grip. I'm gonna turn on this light. Hang on. Yep. I'm very tired, but I can't sleep, and so I'm thinking that I'm gonna go live for a little bit. Send in questions in the little box thing, and I'll see about. I'll send me things to rant about. That's the mood that I'm in. That's the vibe, the energy. Can't find my baseball. I like to fidget with my baseball. Alright, we have a football, that's fine. Send me things to rant about. I don't know, man. Why aren't you asleep, Josh? I don't know. There's like 700 people in this live. Why isn't everybody... There's like 700 people watching this. Why aren't the rest of you asleep? Take that, suckers. I don't know. Is Andy Mack still airing? No, it's not. We got canceled. Ask me politics questions, man. That's like... Anything other than about Bernie and Biden, man. That's so just depressing. Puedes decir hola, hola. Depressing answer, but like, I think, I'm not sure that we put up the best candidate as Democrats. You know, we put up Joe Biden, and I think that establishment people think he's going to be able to like bring a lot of people in. He's just not. I've yet to speak to a single human person in the real world, like a working class person. And I ask the working class individuals that I encounter, I mean, now I can't, but like, when I talk to a lot of people about politics, because I'm like a really firm believer that politics is very personal for everyone, and I try to keep it as personal for myself as possible. And so I talk to people around me about how they're affected by politics, and I've yet to hear a single human person that I've spoken to about feeling excited about Joe Biden. And it's sad because people should feel inspired by the politicians. At the end of the day, they don't necessarily have to be people that they're inspired by, but people should feel like they have a leader who's coming forward, and people aren't going to vote for somebody who they don't think is going to be a leader. I don't know. I hope that everybody goes and votes. I understand why people might be apprehensive to vote for Joe Biden and his allegations and everything. I fully understand it. And I respect the right of anybody to cast a protest vote, but I'm going to personally make the decision in November to vote for Biden because I don't think that I can vote for Donald Trump. And, well, I definitely can't vote for Donald Trump, but I don't think that I can cast a protest vote in Utah, just even in the slight off chance that fewer people vote for Trump than we thought. Sorry, I don't have like a lot of like brain cells. I don't know what deleted scene Emily's discussing. There was one deleted episode that happened. Remember when you were at Laurel Highlands High School? Yes. I do remember that. That was a very fun day in, oh my god, what's the town name? Uniontown, Pennsylvania. It's this little town like 2 hours outside of Pittsburgh. We flew into Pittsburgh, and we had a ton of fun. I went with myself and my mom because she had some work out there, and I just kind of went to kind of see it, and it was such a like charming little town, and we got burgers. It was very fun. Someone asked what's my sign. I'm a Sagittarius. Man, this is very small. I can't really read the full question, so resend if you can kind of truncate the question a little bit. But do you think we should work on getting the most intelligent people in the world to go to other planets and focus on? So there's like a lot here. First of all, the most intelligent people in the world, that sounds like eugenics to me, and that sounds like you have to like test people and only dumb people don't get to go to other planets. And I think that that's not, if we're like actually trying to like, Asher's in here. Hold up, I'm sorry, gonna stop talking about eugenics. Try and guest him. We're gonna pin the comment.
Joshua Rush.
Ashy, how's it going, buddy?
Buddy, I'm good. How are you? What are you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired, and I can't sleep, and I didn't really sleep last night, and so it's just like, you know what? Let's go on live, and
Hey, me every night.
yeah,
I hope you
basically,
know I pop on these things and it's like my favorite thing. Like, what's Josh doing?
I just
Like, I
been
just
like,
want to know.
I've done a couple live streams, man. I've just like bopped around to some music.
We'll
I've just
miss
been
you.
chilling, fun. I miss you, buddy.
Bro,
What
we
have you
need
been
a
up to?
reunion. We need a reunion
Mm,
after all this.
we gotta get the cast all on like, oh,
We have to, bro. The
I think
Animac
we got
crew. That's a
the.
must. Are you in LA? You're in LA.
I'm in
Yeah, in your room.
I'm in LA. I'm in my like Bernie Sanders covered room, and I'm just like,
He's
I'm
just
so
living life.
I'm just living life, but like I'm inside all the time.
Do you go for walks?
Sometimes. You're social distancing?
Yeah, we've been here for like what 40, I think 43 days, 44 days. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds
rough,
about right.
man. Like I can't go another day. I don't know how. I just can't.
Just like one day at a time.
Just
I'm
break
like
down
at
and
least
cry. Little
one.
crying therapy sessions. uh,
Yeah,
oh, I
basically.
love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
I hope to see you soon. Say hi to the fam for me, please.
We'll do. We'll
And
do.
please go to sleep soon.
Absolutely not. You too.
I love you. Bye.
Kisses. Bye.
Deuces.
We were discussing politics, and then the homie Asher pulled up. We might still discuss some politics if you'd like to. So send in questions, send in comments or different things. Asher was in here, but now I'm expecting the views to go back down. But I'm just kind of hanging out. We're just talking and vibing. So yeah, send in questions. What was your childhood movie? I don't know. I was in a movie in my childhood called Parental Guidance. Um, that was a I can't quite read. Yeah. So this is an argument that I see a lot, is that if you cast a protest vote, it's a vote for Trump. Hello. Okay. That was weird. I see this all the time. If you cast a protest vote, you vote for Trump. If you vote for the Green Party, you vote for Trump. If you're voting for anybody other than Joe Biden, you're voting for Trump. Get out of here. Stop it. It's just, this is stupid. If you're voting for Donald Trump, that is a vote for Trump. If you're voting for Joe Biden, that's a vote for Trump. For Joe Biden. If you vote for the Green Party, that is a vote for the Green Party. If you vote in a protest vote, that is a protest vote. Your vote is your vote, and don't let anybody equivocate on what it is. We have this system to allow us to hold our politicians accountable, and anybody who's telling you that casting a protest vote is voting for Trump is somebody who's trying to take your power to hold your politicians accountable away. Do I think that if there's a chance that some people who might protest vote or vote for the Green Party might push Trump over the edge? Maybe. But I don't think that it's those voters' faults. If that happens, that's not the fault of the voters. That's the fault of the Joe Biden campaign for not bringing people in, for not changing policies and proposing policies and putting forward rhetoric that was able to bring in people who would otherwise protest vote or who would otherwise stay home. If you cast a protest vote, you cast a protest vote. If you vote for Joe Biden, you vote for Joe Biden. If you vote for somebody else, you're voting for somebody else. Don't let anybody tell you that your vote is not yours. So that's that. That's yeah. Is there anything that you can personally do to support Biden? So if you're a Biden supporter, you can absolutely go and, well, you can't knock on doors right now, but you can phone bank and you can text bank for him. Personally, I'm going to be supporting local down ballot races, actually down ballot races across the country. So races for everything like state Senate and state House of Representatives and the National House of Representatives, and the Senate. That's where I'm going to be pushing my energy, and I'm going to be pushing my energy towards getting people to vote. That's where I think that I can do the most good, because I don't think that I'm going to personally endorse Joe Biden. Not at this time. I don't think that I can. Once in a while. What do I think about what Trump is doing about Corona? So I followed this really closely towards the beginning, and I kind of just stopped following it so closely because it's fucking terrifying. I mean, like, really. It's fucking terrifying to talk about coronavirus and to, like, watch these briefings every single day. And I don't have time to watch a 3-hour briefing. I got school. I got shit to do. And I read a lot of, like, things that people have sent about, like, here's what happened at today's briefing. At the end of the day, the president chose to wait. He chose to not listen to his advisors about how bad this could be. And yeah, of course, there were people, myself included towards the very beginning, who were saying, no, this is all too much panic. Yeah. But the truth is, the president got rid of his pandemic control, the people in his cabinet who should have been like, hey, this is a big deal. We should start preparing for this. He got rid of them in 2018. So I'm seeing a comment, WHO lied. So no, they didn't. The Chinese government went to the WHO with the information that they had. As far as we know, the Chinese government went to the WHO with the information that they had, which was that COVID-19 was non-contagious. Obviously, that wasn't true. Do I think that the Chinese government lied? Maybe. But the WHO reported those results, and then just a couple days later, when they got the information that it was contagious, they reported that to the people. The president withholding aid or withholding money from the WHO, this is all an elaborate game because the president has never done anything wrong in his own mind. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else messed up. The blame never actually falls on the White House if you listen to the White House all day. Let's talk about something else. It's not true. It's just not true. You can look at basically every other city, with every other country with a first past the post system, and we also don't have a first past the post. Our electoral college system isn't exactly first past the post. It's first past the post with electoral votes, and well, I guess it is. Either way, there are other countries with first past the post voting. Consider Canada. Consider the United Kingdom. They have actually got third parties. They're not as powerful, but they can absolutely flip elections. Do I think that Justin Trudeau would still be in office without the Liberal Democrats in Canada? Actually, no. No, I do not. Third party votes are absolutely powerful. Man. Are you going to be a Bernie supporter forever? I would actually counter with that I was never a Bernie supporter. I don't support Bernie specifically. I support his movements and the movements that he exemplifies. I support the movement for Medicare for all, for student debt cancellation, for free college, for housing and jobs guarantees, for these policies that I believe are going to help Americans get up on their feet and get out of poverty faster, and that are going to protect working class Americans. I'm for any president who I believe is going to be not just a commander-in-chief, but an organizer-in-chief. I'm not a Bernie Sanders supporter. I'm a supporter of movements. And whatever president candidate is alongside me in supporting those movements, that's the candidate that I'm going to support. Somebody is asking me what my favorite Nicki Minaj song is. I am partial to Nicki's verse on Dip. The W Vogue Cosmo I Got Issues, that verse. It goes so hard. Anyway, Barb's for Bernie. Somebody asked me if I've read some fanfics. Yeah. No, wait, I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna read that text right now. Not right now. And oh my god, there's a hand behind you. Yeah, that's my middle finger on the wall. So do I believe passing policies like a Green New Deal, like student debt forgiveness, like Medicare for All is possible in the current political climate? Yeah, completely. Because if you asked me the same question in 2015, I would actually probably said no. So just the fact that we are talking about things like Medicare for All and their serious political policies that candidates can win on, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, these candidates, they're candidates that won on these policies. They're organizers that won on these policies. Do I believe that it is possible to pass Medicare for All? Do I believe that it is possible to pass a Green New Deal? Yeah. Yeah, the answer is yeah. And not only do I believe that we can do it, I believe that we will do it. And I believe that we're going to do it way sooner than anybody thinks, because it is something that's not only important but necessary. That's what I think. Alex, what you just sent me, the whole thing didn't show. Do you know how to throw it back? No, I really can't. Politics with Jay Rush, exactly. I know someone who likes you. He's gay. His name is Lavelle. He kind of cute though. Wow. Thank you. Josh, do you have a favorite color? Gray. Are you gay? I am bisexual. Do I support building the wall? No, because people can climb over it. Do I watch RuPaul's Drag Race? No, I'm a bad queer. I'm sorry. RuPaul also fracks. Did y'all know this? RuPaul owns land in Wyoming that he leases and fracks on. Does that not blow y'all's mind? It blows my mind completely. I feel the need to talk about Pizzagate. No, I really don't want to talk about Pizzagate because it's an insane conspiracy theory. So no. What is Taylor Swift's best song? The entire album of Reputation. How many languages I know? Like 2.5. English, Spanish, and some Hebrew. What does my water bottle say? It has a bunch of things. These were Bernie stickers on it. These were all Bernie stickers all across it, and they all got wiped away in the wash, and it's very sad. This says "Ride to Live, Live to Ride, alcohol free," and I got it for free. This is from the ski pass that I own, in memory of those who never returned from Vietnam. Ogre Achiever with Shrek. This says ass, because I'm a person of taste and I'm very funny. This says Icon Pass, which is my ski pass, and that says plant powered. But I'm not plant powered. Probably like half of my stickers are satirical. Lukey! Hello, you little gorgeous little pumpernickel bread slice.
Mm,
How's it going, cutie?
I'm I'm good. I was blessed with our Cardi Bernie mashup.
You live stream.
That was quite the excursion.
Luke,
Wow.
we've been talking some politics. You want to see if I can find some good questions and we can answer them together?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you have any
I
politics questions you want to talk about or discuss?
all I want to talk about is Asher Angle saying "I love you, Joshua."
Such a cutie. Um,
Um, just yeah, hit me with some cues, baby.
just say you are Jewish but have no curly hair. Fake news. I'm sorry that I don't look Jewish.
I can confirm
I am Jewish.
the
Luke
Jew.
has seen me do Jewish stuff. I'm like looking for good politics questions. Luke,
I can confirm
text
the
because she's totally up. Tell her to send in some good questions.
who. Isra? Wait,
Yeah, text Isra.
she doesn't respond to me. You know that.
Wait, oh no, wait, where'd it go? What
I'll
have you
text her.
been up to? How's quarantine going for you?
You know, I think you kind of have to just try getting out of the house every single day. Go like for a walk or
You do?
like out of the physical house. I'm not saying go out and like go stroll through downtown, but like you got to go on a walk or do something, you know.
I feel, I vibe.
Distancing, that is, of course. I'll send cues. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everyone's trying to be all productive, but it's like you don't got to be so productive. You
No,
know,
you
it's like
don't. Everybody's trying to work through a pandemic, not
yeah, no,
not be.
that's exactly like everyone's so obsessed with getting back to like, oh, I have to have my whole schedule planned out, and I'm like, give it a rest, like,
Yeah,
bruh. And all these schools be telling kids to like, oh, now you have like 4 hours homework every day, and it's like, can't we just stop, like for 5 seconds? Oh, I texted Isra. I said send cues. She said what?
so unspecific.
Live
Tell her
stream.
some questions on Josh's live stream,
Okay.
or just join.
Live stream.
If she joins, I'm guesting her instead of you. Do you think
The true mashup
was a
fans
good?
want to
Yeah.
see?
Do you think Do you think the stimulus checks are a good idea? Yes or no, Luke?
What I can tell you is him having his signature on every single stimulus check is the most corrupt.
Yeah, the president's a narcissist. We know, though. You know, like he's an asshole. He's a white supremacist. He's a misogynist, and he's a narcissist. We know.
But it's not just narcissism. It's like
Isra. Isra, send questions in because I want good like meaty questions. You know.
are you gonna kick me off to get? I honestly, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be disappointed as a fellow viewer if you kicked me off and guessed it, Isra.
I understand. Do you think Trump giving the stimulus checks was a good idea, though? Like signature aside, do you think? And we should mention, he didn't get you the stimulus checks. Congress did through
Right.
bipartisan legislation. Do you think it's a good idea?
There's no doubt that people need stimulus checks. There's no doubt that people need something to keep going on rent and food. Whether or not it was enough, I can clearly say that it wasn't enough. I mean, what $1,200 is gonna get you through a month, and then, I mean, what's next?
If even.
I mean,
Here's the thing, right? People ask for and what people need is a bailout for the people, not a bailout of the companies, of the big banks, of the rich.
Yeah.
And what a $1,200 stimulus check going to every single, even if it was to every single American, and it's not, it's means tested. So basically, it's the amount that it's the amount that you made in 2018 that determines whether or not you'll get a check.
right.
It's not enough to cover a family. It's not going to go to you if you're claimed as a dependent on your taxes.
Also, it doesn't even
If
cover
you're in
minimum
college,
wage.
if you're in college, and even if your parents are getting one, even if you didn't make enough money, you're still not going to get one because your parents might have claimed you as a dependent.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Where's $1,200 going? It's going to people's rent. It's going to pay for the food that they need. And maybe it gets people a little bit further. But it doesn't actually go into the people's pockets. It goes right from that check immediately into the pockets of the people who don't need it. It's not a bailout for the people. It's a veiled bailout of companies.
Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's to say $1,200 is. I think to say that the pandemic is going to be over in 3 weeks is also super. It's just. I think it's so short-sighted to say that, and it's like, why are we not preparing better to say, if this is not over in 3 weeks, what are we going to do then? We're not even talking about that. It's like, why aren't we talking about this could go on for another 3 months? Not to like stress everyone out, but like it could. Let's get prepared. $1,200 is not even a good start.
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents on it. Not that anyone cares. Thoughts on prisons?
Thoughts on prisons? Is prison abolition too far, and does prison reform do enough?
Boy, oh boy.
I'm
not the qualified one here to answer that.
I have thoughts, if you'd like me to go first.
Well, yeah, you go first. I'm very, bro, I got my environmental facts. I got my varying,
It's just says, this is a good question, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so at its core, I think that the question about prisons is a question of punitive versus rehabilitative justice, right? Are we actually taking people into our prison systems, which we know are broken unequivocally? Actually, the president has this is one thing that Democrats and Republicans actually agree on. Is the criminal justice system is so broken. They think that it's broken in different ways, and Republicans have different solutions to it that are really, really stupid. But Democrats and Republicans generally agree that, like, it's fucked up.
Isra did say she wanted me to say my thoughts.
Drop your thoughts, Luke. Drop them on.
Obviously, I'm not gonna be as concise and elaborative as Josh is, but all I know is that our criminal justice system is absolutely corrupt, in that you can be a person of color and literally still be in prison for smoking pot that's already legalized.
Yep.
And people are still in prison for that. That's already legalized.
I think
if that doesn't like make you think for a second, hey, is this system actually working? And not only does it not work, those same people that are getting put in there for drug use are getting put right back into the system 6 months later. So It's like, at what point do we say, maybe prisons are not the solution to, solving drug use, and maybe it's not for petty theft, all of these things. I think
I dropped a tweet a little while ago, and I said, and I think it's a good tweet, because I see a ton of my friends being like, oh ho, the government's coming after me, like I'm tripping on acid, I'm smoking a lot of weed. The government doesn't give a shit that you are smoking weed or that you're tripping on acid in your home. It really doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Drugs, especially like those, are illegal, and they will put you in prison for those so that they can enforce racism. It's so that they can enforce, and so that they can have a legalized, literally legalized. When the country abolished slavery, there was like one little exception. They just like squeezed a little exception in there, and nobody really talks about it unless you're specifically talking about criminal justice reform and prison reform. But they just squeezed in there that you're still allowed to be a slave if you're in prison.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
You're in prison.
Isn't that interesting?
Of course it's interesting. Of course it is. Because the prison system is legalized slavery in its current form.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe in punitive justice? I don't know. And it's not something that I think that I'm qualified to say. Do I believe in rehabilitative justice? 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
We should be, if we're taking people into our prison system and we're going to put them under control of the state, we better be taking them out of the prison system better than when they came in.
You know, if rich white celebrities get to go to
Us.
you know, us get to go to therapy and get to go to rehab for drug problems, whereas, you know, black people
and are glorified for it as well. Are glorified.
They come out of that place and everyone's like, oh, yay,
you're so strong, you're so strong, good for you.
And that's how we should be, you know, targeting
a person
this.
of color or a working class person,
they're going to jail for that.
They're sent right into the system. They have massive recidivism rates, and the recidivism rates, the rate of how quickly will you be sent back into prison, or how likely are you to be sent back back into prison after you get out? The recidivism rates are racist as hell. Racist as hell.
I don't feel like I should be the one talking about it, just because like I am a white privileged dude, but like it's on the but I think though it's true that, you know, people get praised for coming out of rehab, whereas, you know, if you are not white, you get put right back into the system. That doesn't work, and it's proven not to work. So enough said about that. Should billionaires exist?
No. Answer.
No. I'm actually gonna say no.
Luke Mullen radicalization live stream. Luke Mullen radicalization live stream. Sorry. Sorry. Why? Tell the people.
Well, I've done a lot of thinking about this, and I think there's a part of me that's like, I want to have that option to become the billionaire. You know, I think we all want that option to become. That's what America is we want to become that. We want to become the biggest. We want to become the most. Isra just
the way that I've had it described.
Isra texted me king shit.
The way that I had it described to me, and it's not a quote from me or the person.
You're just gonna cut me off, sis. No.
Let me just say this. I got good words for what you're trying to say. It's that there's an ideology in the United States that every single person is a temporarily embarrassed future billionaire.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, continue.
No. It's much well versed than I was putting into words. Everyone has. That's what America's built for
somebody. Do you think it's inherently unethical for somebody to become a billionaire?
No, I don't think you can say every single billionaire has. I don't think you can say that, only because we don't know every single billionaire. We don't.
But can you amass $1 billion without amassing that kind of wealth on the back of working people?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the reason
is it possible?
Well, I think the reason that I'm
simple question.
The reason that I'm saying like I'm a little hesitant on it is because I want to be like, oh well, if I was to go to that level and become a billionaire, I know I would never do that, right? So I think that's the side of me that's like, well, I think maybe you could do it, you know, morally, but I think it is true once you're at that stage of wealth.
Are you able to keep that wealth without exploiting people?
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm getting at. I
yes
think,
or no?
Wait, sorry. No, that's what I'm getting at. I don't think you can get to that point without exploiting some people along your journey. I mean, it's feasibly just impossible. Even if it's like a simple fire someone for trying to, even if it's just like small things, I think there's always going to be people screwed along the way. Don't read a book.
I'm trying to find a quote from the intro of this book because it's keep talking.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I think there's always going to be people that you screw over along the way. I mean, no matter who you are. So that I think the bigger reason that I don't think billionaires should exist, though, is, I mean, it's that, but it's also, think about what, you know, what they stand for. They stand for a person who can be so selfish and not spending their money and giving it back to the people that they, you know, it's a lot about socialism, but it's about they can work just as hard as the next person to them, but they make $400 million more a year. So it feeds back into that logic. Like, why does someone who like just came up with an idea get absolutely everything? you know,
Mhm.
I do think that though. I don't. That's where I think my socialism stops. Is I don't think that the boss should be making like exactly the same amount as every single worker. I mean, I think the boss is putting up their own money at the end of the day, but billionaires, that is where my liberalism draws the line.
Luke, should the military exist?
Oh, I wish not. I wish, obviously, I wish not. Um, I, I don't know if you can just say abolish America's military right now. What do you
I
think?
think a lot of people would stop even before the apostrophe S in abolish America's military. I think a lot of people would just say abolish America.
Well, yeah, that's something that if this coming election goes a certain direction, I think a lot of people would be saying that.
I think
Do you think the military should? I mean, obviously, I think the military across the board shouldn't exist. But
I think that
do you think
the
it should exist? Like, we can't.
current stage has got so many problems, and there's so many that we can dissect. Um, the one that I'll come up with, of course, is that the military is the world's #1 polluter.
I
So
was just about
when
to
you
say
have a
that.
presidential candidate who comes up and is like, "I want a green military," those things are antithetical. That's an oxymoron. There's no such thing as a green military. There's only a military, and that can't be eco-friendly.
What's something that about the military should it exist? I
Talk.
think I think we put 90% too much money into the military.
Mm-hmm.
95% too much into the military. I mean, the amount of money that we could be using to fight literal global pandemics like the one we're seeing, literal global problems, and
Mm-hmm.
have them solved with a fraction of the money that we're using and spending on the military. That makes me like, it makes me go,
Yeah, I agree. Here's the other thing about the military that comes up a lot in some
wait,
spaces.
really quickly, what does this mean? Because I don't know what it means. Like, I see it a lot.
Do it. Wait, come on. No, you gotta put your head down. You gotta make the like, you know the like face emoji, the one that I use all the time. Do you know what I'm talking about, Luke?
I don't know how to make that face.
Anyway,
Wait,
the
wait, John,
military.
when you hear military, what do you do? No, no. I was literally leading you right up.
Isra just sent me a funny text. I agree, Isra. Here's the other thing about the military. The military, what do you get when you come out of the military because you're GI Bill? What do you get? You get an education, you get a pension, you get your college paid for, you get free college if you enlist for a certain number of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought, Luke, about how we haven't had the draft in a while? Like, we haven't had to just draft people into the military for any wars. We haven't gone to war.
World War III draft, baby.
You and me, we've been alive since 2001. We're both 18 years old. You and I have been alive, and since the day that we were born, the United States has been at war.
Yeah.
And yet, despite billions on trillions of dollars being spent on these wars, these never-ending wars,
Mm-hmm.
they've never actually called us up to the draft. And I'm registered for selective service. If they did call up for the draft, I would get called up. Would you get called up? Have you registered?
If there's any way of...
You have a driver's license. You got registered. Never mind. Either of us could be called up in the draft. It could happen, right?
Oh, actually, no, I don't. I legally don't have to.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have asthma
Oh, go off.
and allergic to nuts, which I found out you can actually
Is that
avoid.
really? Wow, that's
It was either nuts or dairy, one of the two. So actually, you might be legally allowed to not have to do the draft.
interesting. Either way,
Yeah,
why haven't they used the draft?
because there's enough people in the military to support it.
Because why?
Because of the pension. Yeah, because of the pensions that you just said.
Because poverty is the draft now. Because if you grow up in poverty and you want to go to college, and the way that you're supposed to like raise your social stature in America is you have to go to college, you have to get a job, you have to work your way up.
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to do that if you're already stuck in these kinds of vicious cycles that exist for working class people, for people of color, right? How do you break out of that? One way that people can do that is by entering the military. I don't think
So someone just said you have asthma. Go off. Sorry. Okay, continue.
I don't think that you should have to be involved in an inherently oppressive system like the military just to break yourself out of poverty. I think you should be able to do it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Poverty is the draft. We don't have to be the draft. People of privilege such as yourself and myself, we don't have to worry about it, really.
Yeah.
And I think that's fucked up.
Facts. All right, next question.
We'll hit him with another.
Did Isra dip?
Another. I hope not. Isra, text me if you're still in this live. Luke, do you like...
Wait,
Luke, do you like country music? Do you like country music?
100,000% no. No.
Yeah. Yes, 100,000% yes.
Oh, no. That was the opposite. Josh got so woke. I'm proud of you, Josh. Isra, are you proud of me?
Isra is still there. She's still in the live stream. Send more questions! My views are going up and down and up and down. I know. It's okay. We're not really doing this live stream for the views. We're just doing it because we're bored. Right, Luke?
Oh my god, what time? It's like 12:30.
It's 12:30.
I told myself I was going to bed at 9 p.m. tonight.
Wait, same!
I'm like, all right, phone down. Phone down. Gonna
Luke,
read
you're
a book.
getting there. I do believe that Luke can be radicalized. Luke, what are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter?
Dude, I mean, obviously 100,000% support. I mean,
baller. And
let me tell you what actually makes me mad. Not about the Black Lives Matter, but what about the All Lives Matter.
It's bullshit.
It is absolute bullshit, and it makes me so disgusted.
I had a tweet go viral about it.
Well, it's like, obviously all lives matter, but that's not what we're talking about. Exactly. You know, it's like, if we're talking about animal rights, we're not talking about fucking, like, I don't know, pasta rights. All right, that's a really terrible analogy. That's a really terrible. How do you delete live segments?
Luke, do you think 5G towers have a
connection
to the spread of COVID-19? No.
That was the
Isra, text me questions because I'm not like seeing them show up in here. Luke, what's your favorite Victorious song?
What's the one where she wears the fake nose and like the big glasses and the beanie?
Please. Oh my god, what's the
Yeah.
Are you listening? Hear me talk, hear me sing. Open up the door. Is it less? Is it more? You tell me, is it here? Is it here? Is it there?
Freak the Freak Out. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you. That's the song. I had to I was gonna not in your head. I
love that. That is a true bop. Someone said stop singing. I second that.
I'm fine.
But I appreciate the
Luke, reform versus revolution. In a very broad sense, do you think that the problems that our country is facing can be solved through governmental reform, or through revolution only?
I mean, I think we've always seen across history, like, revolutions have been the one that has had the most long lasting impacts. I think reform over the years, the problem I think with reform is it keeps going back and forth. It's not like a permanent reform. Do you know what I'm saying? I think reform goes back and forth. When there's a revolution, Martin Luther King Jr. That was a revolution, and
that was exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it stayed. You talk about reforms to our military in three
rights, women's suffrage.
Yeah,
these are incremental reforms. Yeah, incremental reforms, but reforms through revolution. Reform, people being willing to stand up and fight for the things that they need, and they have staying power. They've lasted.
Right.
Of course we need revolution. Of course we need people to stand up and fight for what they believe in and to fight for a future for themselves and for their families and for people they might not know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also don't think reform and revolution are like two different. I think sometimes they can be one and the same. I think sometimes revolutions can only happen when there are really positive, governmental reforms. So I think they work one and the same sometimes. So, hey, what I'm at.
Hi, Matt. Oh no, is her just texting me a question? Oh yeah, that's Sabrine sent that. Hi Sabrine.
Esther said they're very different.
Well, let me they're opposites, yes, but one can also lead to the other. One can also involve the other. I think I understand where Luke's at. Should the voting age be changed to 16? I talked about this with Isra on her live.
Interesting. I think we've seen so much. I would say 20 years ago, no. I would say nowadays we have seen such a shift in like how kids are viewing the political system and getting involved in activism and different political, what?
No, I tried to pull up I have my old phone, and I wanted to see what everyone was texting so that I could gather more questions. But sorry, continue.
I think, I mean, as a Bernie bro, I'd love to see the age lowered. So technically, yes, I wish it would.
Valid.
What do you think?
Somebody said, can we, what do I think about lowering the voting age? The voting age should absolutely be lowered. I think that youth suffrage is important. But I think that I think that young people should be able to vote for the offices that directly affect them. And I think that that's every office. I said something different on my live stream with Isra, and I've been thinking about it like a lot over the last couple of days. And so that's my thought. Somebody said, can we talk about the Black Panther Party, please? They're so cool. Sorry. Really cool, very incredible organizers. Do you have any thoughts, Luke?
No, I honestly that's not my place. I don't know much about them. But actually,
book recommendations below.
You educate me about them. I don't know much about them.
I want to read more books before I am able to educate you on them.
Okay.
But there are people who I know who I can absolutely connect you with who have read a lot of books that can absolutely talk to you about them. But I generically think that they are very cool. Send me more questions. Isra and everyone in that group chat, send me more questions. Abolish ICE?
Across the board. Across the board.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think what's really interesting is, and it's not, we don't talk about it a ton when we talk about abolishing ICE, and I agree 100%. Yes, abolish ICE. And I think abolish CBP while we're at it. I don't think that they're reformable institutions. But there is a part of ICE called HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. Those are the people who investigate people who are drug trafficking across borders. I think that those sorts of investigations are important, and HSI actually asked to be removed from ICE. I think that there is important work for that kind of work, and that there are spaces for that kind of work. I don't think that there's spaces for an inherently fascist institution like ICE, and
Yeah,
and
and
um,
it's
removal operations that ICE
well,
does.
it's not just ICE. I mean, it's the whole system, the whole immigrant
The
system.
whole immigration
It's the
broken.
federal judges. It's the system that doesn't have time to see everyone's case. I mean, that's inherently that's like
It's so
so
broken.
messed up.
It's so broken. I did an episode of News in a Rush on the immigration system, and one of the people that I talked to an immigration judge off the record, and I didn't end up getting her quote for it. But she just like the things that she was able to tell me, fucking heartbreaking that we have such a fucking broken system, and it's disgusting.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
thoughts on DACA?
Retweet. I mean, yeah.
Yes, just
One
yes.
100%. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, DACA it's saying that
DACA is referred to, deferred action for childhood arrivals. So
yeah.
there,
So like basically, anyone born in the country is.
no.
Wait, is that something else?
You're born in the country, you're automatically a citizen under the Naturalization Act, I think. So maybe it's in the Constitution. I can't remember. Anyway, thoughts on DACA. DACA is if you come to the country illegally, if you're an undocumented immigrant and you came in very, very, very young and you've really never lived in any other country. I think it's like under 6 years old.
Wait, is DACA not if if an immigrant comes into the country and then has children, those children that's a completely different.
Different thing. Naturalization.
Oops.
You're good. DACA is when you come into the country as very, very, very young and you come in undocumented. So there's people who are now like in their mid-20s and they're anything, Sabrine, but political questions are very welcome, and specifically questions that I can use to really challenge Luke on.
I obviously I'm not as well versed in policies as Josh is.
I got books, baby. I will give you books. I have
Now,
good books. Next time that you come, Luke
damn.
got a key to my home, and Luke Mullen has got a key to my home, and I always am like, look, I have all these books. Would
You
you
just
read them?
recommended me a book. What was it? It was like the People's History of America or something like that.
Oh, I've recommended that one to you. I think Isra's also recommended that one to you. I've yet to read that one, but I did recently read The New Authoritarians Convergence on the New
I
Authoritarian.
was like, is that like Swedish?
Yeah. The New Authoritarians Convergence on the Right is a book that talks about this new fancy wave of authoritarianism exemplified in people like Marine Le Pen and Donald Trump. Marine Le Pen ran for prime minister president unsuccessfully in France. And she's kind of like a Trump of France. Very interesting, I think, points kind of a path for the left to build something better than kind of what we had to stop this disaster, but also build something better in its path. So
Yeah.
highly recommend that. Absolute banger. You're free to have it. It's on my bookshelf for you the next time that you come. You know what I still have?
What?
Lukey little poopster.
No, don't touch it. No, Josh. No. I'm serious. Don't. Then I have to wash that. Have you been wearing it this entire quarantine?
Rip.
If for those of you who don't know, I left my jacket at Josh's house like 2 months ago.
Wait, renegade. What's up?
I'm
gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna
so
about it. Whatever.
I'm so disappointed in myself for thinking that you would take care of my jacket.
That's literally the first time that it's come out of my closet.
My poor baby. I got that like literally 4 months ago, left it at Josh's, and it's been there since.
And now it's social distance.
Like I can't pick it up. Yeah, that's sad. I can't look at the questions. So do a couple other questions.
I'm looking at the questions.
I like when you quiz me on policies that I have no
I
understanding.
know, that's what I really want to do. I'm gonna do like some extreme stuff. Oh man. I'm like looking at my books. Man.
There's no good questions. Isra, give us another one.
Yeah. Exactly. She said a little while ago that she doesn't have, like, she's like running out of thoughts. It is like 4 a.m. where she is.
Weak.
We were both planning to go to bed at 9 p.m. What are we talking about?
Yeah. I actually did go to bed at 10 yesterday, and
Luke, have you seen Shazam? I haven't seen Shazam.
Are you talking about that small indie flick with the kid and he goes on this little quest to find his inner self?
I'm talking about the one that had Asher in it.
Oh, the superhero thing.
Yes, this.
Yes.
Yes.
My lad.
Did you see it?
Yeah, of course. Hello? Oh, you just hacked. Can you hear me?
Look at Pookstar. Yes.
Am I back?
Yes.
Like you can hear me in real time? Okay. Dude, I thought Shazam was a sick movie. I love that shit.
Banger, goes hard.
I'm so into all the superhero movies, so
I
it
feel
was definitely up there. Also, our boy Asher Angle hitting us with those beats.
Luke, are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would pride myself on being very liberal on, feminine issues.
Do you think that
No, but Josh, like 100,000%. I think equal rights and the feminine movement is so important, and especially in this day and age when women are making 30% less than men are, and there's so much that is happening in that area. So 100%.
Deadass.
Yes.
I think that I would not be in the place that I am without the women and feminine people that I know who have raised me to be the person that I am.
Josh, 2 words: dead ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah. Well, how do people not respect women in a society where they are all birthed from their mother's womb?
Dead ass.
I don't get that. Side note, was reading an interesting book about how.
Wait, I'm sorry, really important. Somebody asked, why don't you just mail his jacket? Because Luke would have to pay for that.
Not that I don't support the postal service.
Listen, I support the postal service.
But I also, I don't want to pay for that.
Anarcho-communism or social democracy? Are these the only two choices? Is that all we got?
Boy, I choose space.
I don't know that I'm a. It's like asking, do I like a little bit better than the status quo or communism? And I'm not an anarcho-communist. There's my thoughts. Why did I even click that question? I don't remember. Yeah. Luke, why do you have a key to my house? Is it because we are secret gay lovers?
No, actually,
it's not.
It was after I robbed your house and stole the key myself.
You know, Luke, when you think about it, you are in my house an awful lot.
Identity
Gotta,
theft is a true crime.
maybe we are secret gay lovers, and we've just like never like
Well,
we
I thought
realized.
you were going a different. Thought you were going a different direction.
Luke, buddy, I do love you. But I know you too well to ever even consider going out with you. But I do love you.
Thanks, bud.
Also, you're kind of not my type.
Uh-huh. On live. This is what we talking about, huh? All right, sis. Well,
are you leaving?
well, not that this is not an interesting conversation. Leave little Huddy alone. Did we ever disrespect the Lord, our Savior, little Hud?
Whoa! I just came across like a treasure trove of like real good questions. Hang on, hold up. Do you support mandatory minimum sentencings for people charged with drug possession? My personal answer is hell no. You should not go to prison for drug possession in the first place. Goodbye. Thoughts?
I agree. I mean, back to what I said before about the prison system. Why are we criminalizing drug users while we amplify different drug users? You know, why do some drug users have to deal with harsher consequences?
Absolutely. And it's also
idiots. It's your girl.
Do you remember when my friends and I asked you for directions in DC? I worked as an intern and I got asked for directions multiple times per day, but so no, not you personally. Maybe. I'm sorry.
I remember you, Megan.
Sorry, Megan.
See, Josh, I remembered her, and I wasn't even in DC.
Damn.
Show some respect.
It do be kind of being like that. Deadass. It do be like that sometimes. Me, my phone, and I should win the Oscar for Best Picture and for Best Short Film and for Best Comedy and for Best Drama and for like everything. Fucking art. That's...
I just want like one day in the future to be on a panel with, you know, Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, James Cameron, and then me talking about me, my phone, and I. A panel solely at the art.
Have you noticed? You watch a lot more Tarantino movies than me because I'm not straight. But
yeah.
Have you noticed how many feet are in his movies?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gross, dude.
Oh yeah.
So bro. Is Unforgettable like out publicly?
It isn't. I was honestly thinking of posting it during the quarantine just because, like,
it's honest to God really good.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a dead ass fan.
Thank you. Well, the problem is some festivals don't let you post it publicly.
Oh,
but
really?
All these festivals are getting canceled, so I'm like, well, what's the point? You know. I don't know. Maybe.
Luke, 1989 or Reputation. 1989 or Reputation. 1989 or Reputation.
Are those movies? Yeah, I'm looking it up. Wait.
Luke, and I say this as a person who loves you and who like truly like appreciates your influence on my life. And who has given you a key to my home and given you an open invitation.
Oh, those are Taylor Swift albums.
Jesus Christ, man, you dumb motherfucker! Yeah.
All I know is in 7th grade,
you're so
I bought the single 22. I don't know about you. Can I publicly endorse my unendorsement for Taylor Swift?
Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama said it's my fault that I wear my heart on my sleeve. Come on, do it, Luke.
I don't understand current
Heart beats
references. Josh.
so many
You know
times,
this.
I don't know what to believe. Mama said it's my fault. It's my fault I wear my heart on my sleeve.
This current culture is destroying.
Luke, do you
our
remember Sadie Stanley? Luke and I
Happy
used to
birthday.
talk about Sadie Stanley once.
Oh,
She's great.
actually, yes, I actually do remember making a video for you.
Luke, you are not an intellectual. I don't like my Wikipedia picture. I tried to change it, and they were like, no, it's a conflict of interest for you to put a picture of yourself where you look hot.
Wait, what's your...
It's bad. I have like a unibrow, and I kind of have a unibrow coming in right now. It's so bad. It's so bad. Listen, don't do it if you're not like doing Wikipedia stuff a lot already. But like if you do Wikipedia, like if you're a Wikipedian and you Wikipedia edit a lot, please change my picture to something better. Send me a tweet and I will give you full authorization via Twitter to use my tweet under Creative Commons license. I'll send you a picture. I don't know, like I want, please change that ugly Wikipedia picture. I don't like.
Josh,
Luke Mullen. Luke, do you simp for Bernie Sanders?
Look, my little brother was explaining to me what like simp meant.
Tell me that you knew what a simp meant. You are one. Got him!
I feel like I'm more cultured. I think I'm probably a simp for Bernie.
I'm a simp for Bernie.
Yes, that is facts.
All right, I'll try. Let's just take this until 1 a.m. and then we'll end this in 2 minutes. Right. Did Frank Ocean invent the coronavirus to get out of playing at Coachella? I got left on red I didn't see your question. Text me your question, Carissa. I mean, I don't even know why you girls bother at this point. I mean, give up. It's me. I win. You lose. Live stream now, baby. Baby. Let's see if Isra's still in the live. Let's get her in here. Let's make her pop off. Let's make her yacht. Oh, it was literally okay. Isra. Yes, she's still in. Oh, this is the best news. It's the best news. The best news. Isra's still in the live stream. We're gonna add her in.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm gonna give you a hug.
Oh, virtually? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Wait, where's your cheek? Give me cheek.
My cheek? Okay. Oh my god, I hate you. It's literally 4 a.m. here, and I am awake. As you can tell, I have a very unhealthy sleeping schedule.
Same.
I really enjoyed that discussion right there. I was not expecting that out of Luke. I'm proud of him.
Hi, radicalized.
Luke.
Remember when I told you? Remember when I told you he could be radicalized and you?
Okay, I talked to him. We FaceTimed the other day, and we were talking about it. He's doing a lot better. He's doing a lot better.
I want him to like take some of my books.
He'll get there.
I want him to read. Have you read? I know it's Chomsky. I haven't read anything Chomsky. No. Imperial Ambitions is it kind of goes.
Interesting. I'm like trying to read more, but I have like 4 books to read for English, so can't really do that.
Gotcha. Okay, here's another book.
Wow, I love it so much.
Thank
oh my
you.
god.
Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't have any of like.
I don't know. I thought you were gonna end the live.
But now
Sabrina's telling me to sleep. I'm crazy. I have schoolwork. I'm actually reading about The Glass Menagerie right now. So
The
Kip's
Glass
like,
Factory?
yeah,
What's that? Is that
it's a book about
this
the
is
Great
like my brain
Depression.
cells that hit 1 a.m. and my sorry,
I
it's a
don't
book
actually
about
know. Everybody's talking about my Bernie poster. Yeah,
it goes
I
hard.
have
She's a
two.
barb
They're
for
still
Bernie.
there. Yeah.
Are you a barb for Bernie?
Yes, except I think that's like that whole thing was crazy on TikTok. But speaking of, why is Luke so uncultured? Like he didn't get any of the references. 1989 is superior to its reputation.
1980. No!
Sorry, I said what I said.
Her personal turmoil in
I
Reputation
said what I
creates a
said.
better album.
Okay, I grew up on 1989.
Here's the thing,
So
89 though. She's lying. She's lying.
Doesn't-
She's pretending that she's happy all through 1989.
doesn't matter.
It
Superior.
completely
Okay.
matters. It completely
No.
makes the music disingenuous. Reputation, she's out there, she's being her true self. Lover,
Mm-mm.
not my favorite T-Swiss album, but like here it is. At the end of the day, she's being her true self, and I respect the hell out of that. I think the
Okay,
art.
listen. When you listen to music, I can't tell who's being whose true self. I just listen, and I think 1989 is
No,
superior.
you gotta get into the
That was like
lore.
middle school era. Like, I'm sorry. I'm very
It's
sorry.
rough.
I don't even like T Swift that much.
Do you
It's
believe
just
in
1989 hits.
Kaylor, Harley Kloss, and Taylor Swift?
Who? What? I'm sorry. I'm really confused with what you're saying right now.
Do you think Harley Kloss and Taylor Swift were dating?
I don't know. No idea.
Why?
I don't care that much about celebrities, actually.
Why?
I don't care. I'm so sorry. Okay, Josh, I feel like I should do schoolwork and get off. Oh, Luke is not texting me.
Let's find like one good question.
Okay, fine. One question and then
Pop
I'll get
off.
off. Luke just texted me, yes, screw Taylor. I love that. I love that. Oh my god. Stop harassing me to
Shit,
sleep.
wait, no, I'm the one next to this. No! Where'd it go?
Josh, answer the question. Answer the question. Right
No!
now. Right now. Answer it. Yes or no? Yes or no? Josh. I need your thoughts and opinions right now.
No, I would not.
No, you wouldn't? Okay. That's
What's
disappointing.
your
Everybody unstand.
What's your answer?
My answer is no.
Oh,
The purple dinosaur?
when
Okay,
I
but
said
your
it,
energy-
you were
your
like,
energy
oh, we
screams
understand.
yes. Your energy screams yes. I feel like you have to. But it's okay. Find a better question.
I'm looking. Oh, here's one. This one goes hard.
Okay, I feel like this is such a simple question. How would we benefit? Well, 1, we could pay more for public education. 2, healthcare. Like 3, quite literally everything. There's no reason, obviously, like the billionaire question, I don't think billionaires should exist at all. They absolutely suck, all of them, literally every single one. I don't think any of them are good people. That's I don't know if that's radical or anything, but I just think it. So
I don't think it's radical.
it's really not. And like
Luke says, sorry.
Oh, okay. But like I think like with like getting rid of billionaires, I think you have so much money that can like go to important things like public education. That also counts into like when we cut down like budget for the military, like how much money can go into our communities and our people and like actual like funding real programs and stuff that are like 10 times more important than billionaires existing. So
even if we taxed billionaires only to a place at which it like reduced the tax burden on everyday Americans, what does that do? That frees up money for people that they use that they can then bring into the economy.
Yeah.
Eat the rich.
And it's like it's 100% worth it to like if we have to like when taxes rise, like we're realizing that everything else is going to become so much easier. Like we can get things like free healthcare and like free college, and like those things are good things that benefit the American people, and it's worth it if we have to pay a little bit more in taxes, especially if we raise the minimum wage, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Wow.
Sleep.
What?
I'm gonna go sleep.
Good idea. You're a wimp, though. I mean, stayed up 3 hours, technically above you since it is 4.
I was up till 4 last night, so.
Okay. Well, fair. I mean, the other day we were on Zoom until like 6 a.m. my time. So,
Yeah, we were.
yeah. It's just because I'm crazy. But, anyways, yes, I will let you sleep. I'm going to hop off. It's nice talking to you all. Hi, Josh Stans. Okay, bye.
I'm also gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. That was a great live stream.